What's up, traders? It's Trades here. Let's see what the market has in store for us today. It's the 18th of October, Friday. We've got retail sales news for pound at 7 a.m. UK time. And apart from that, literally nothing else except for the building permits. No red folder news on dollar or euro or pound later on. Let's just dive straight into euro dollar. We've had a series of bearish days since Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every single day has been bearish, coming into a order block deep in this range, and we found a small support yesterday at that level. We closed below this fair value gap, that last fair value gap that price had formed, but still we came into that order block and found support. All right. Ideally, I want to see price come down and take out that sales high liquidity, but given it's Friday, I don't expect price to do that today, even though we are so bearish. It might do it. I'm not saying it won't. I'm just saying I don't expect it to do it today. So we've like I've been watching this channel this whole week, right? This nice channel that's been forming. We've come down to this low. We've kind of closed below the last part of the channel, which is annoying, and RSI is also kind of has gone a bit, it's diverging from here to here, but the middle section not really, so it's kind of not the best channel for me. But however, like, we came into that order block, right? We came into that order block with this pattern right here during the news yesterday. During the news, yeah, we came down with this pattern right there, closed below, and now price has inverted. Well, we left a small imbalance coming into that order block on the daily time frame, and price has inverted that order block as well with a bullish engulfing candle. So yeah, I am expecting, we've got this daily time frame fair value gap. I don't expect price to hit that daily time frame fair value gap today, but if we are going to start seeing some displacement from this level, maybe we've got this bearish fair value gap on the 240, but we also have, I can see price coming up and taking out this candle, the news candles, but we're gonna need some push before we get there. This 240 inverse fair value gap also lines up with this bullish fair value gap on the 60-minute right there. You can see, right, after price displaced up after taking out these lows. However, at the moment, we've come up and taken out this high as well. So honestly, for me, maybe we'll pull lower. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to see price come down, take out. I'm not sure if it'll take out that low, but yeah, if it takes out that low, then I'll look for opportunities to go long, because we are quite bearish, right? At the moment, like, overall trend is bearish. I understand it's Friday. Just because it's Friday does not mean I should be taking trade in a middle of the range, when especially we've already taken out liquidity up here. So ideally, I don't want to see price close above this before we start to come lower. But if we do come up and tap into this fair value gap on the 15-minute, with a channel, I will look for opportunities to go short. So yesterday price came into this low. We had a failed swing followed by a market structure shift right there, and I was looking to trade the 618 pullback below this low right there with the fair value gap. Comes down, price takes out the liquidity of that low, right, and then another market structure shift, pulls back, pushes up, but this is quite late in the evening for me, so I wasn't looking to trade. However, honestly, I just placing an entry and leaving it is something that I need to start doing later on in the evening, because this was a really good trade that I was watching. I just didn't want to get into it because of the fact that it's late in the evening in the UK. Yeah, this market structure shift came at 4:30, and entry would have been at 5:30. Yeah, I need to have a look at this more, because that was a good entry. And that's euro dollar for today. I'm just watching this range. So yeah, we have this range essentially from there to here. Like we've come into the 50% of that range right at the moment. And we could find some resistance at that 4-hour fair value gap, which also has that 60-minute fair value gap. So yeah, let's see how that plays out. Pound dollar closed below this sell side liquidity the other day, day before yesterday, and literally going into the week, I was predicting, or I was waiting for price to put in a candle like this so I could start looking to go long afterwards. Why? Because price likes to do this when there's a series of candles that are failing to close below the low or below previous candles, or just loads of indecision candles where it's just, you know, accumulate ranging sideways and but it's heading in a direction. You get a move like this, which just sends a false sense of direction for traders. So seeing this, everyone thinking, oh, we are now bearish, closed below a low. Now market wants to continue lower to the next level of support resistance. However, this is exactly what market likes to do, and we'll probably invert this eventually. This daily fair value gap might get inverted, might not, right? It's a good place to look for short as well, if around here, especially on the 4-hour time frame. But yeah, this low right here is something up, man. I'm pissed off about this one, because this is something I was waiting, and actually the market structure shift we saw on the 60-minute, which I'll go through, is what I would want to see and look for an entry. But I was already on another trade, which is what kind of threw me off. I always say this, that, you know, just waiting for a top quality trade is much better than spending and expending all of your energy on a subpar trade. So here we have it, right? We on the 4-hour time frame, we came down again, channel on the 240 as well. This one is RSI diverging pretty nicely. We came below that sell side liquidity. We didn't close below that sell side liquidity on 240, which is a even better clue that we were going to hold this level. Came into a daily time for value gap, tapped the start of that, pushed up, right, came down and tapped that sell side liquidity one more time during the close, and then we are now displacing up. Like I said, we got that daily time for fair value gap there, but we also have a bearish fair value gap right there above that order block, where I will look for potential opportunities to go short if I get a channel or some kind of a pattern. This is what I mean on 60-minute, right? We had a perfect channel coming into that low. Because of that, it kind of threw me off. Yeah, we failed to close below this low during this swing, failed to close below that low during that swing, displaced up perfectly, leaving fair value gaps. Man, leaving fair value gaps, leaving breakers. Price comes down, taps into those fair value gaps during news. Even then, right, even if really wanted to take a trade here, so that fair value gap, or even this order block, man, price comes in, holds that order block, right? And then on the 5-minute, there's so many more entries, reasons right there. Was I thinking bullish? This right here, failed swing followed by market structure shift. If that wasn't enough, then pulls back, pushes up, pulls back, we invert this bearish fair value gap right there, close above, and then we continue to hold this. Fucking close above again with this structure shift, then another pullback and entry. Could have been somewhere, again late entry, but could have been somewhere around there. And it was a Thursday as well, so likely a TGIF on an early TGIF gift. But yeah, let's see how market plays out. I'm going to be watching this level right there at 1.305, around 1.305. And how market comes up to that level. We might come up, take out liquidity first, come lower, find support somewhere. Honestly, there's somewhere that you can find support. But if it doesn't take out that low before, right? Take out this high before, and starts to pull deeper during London. Then we've got these equal lows. We've got some lows here as well that price can find support at and then push higher. So I'll be watching out for that. This is better than pound dollar in terms of room to continue higher. So yeah, I want to, if London price starts to trade lower, then that just means we are finding liquidity to push price higher up to these highs. Okay, let's see what market does today.